Prints aren't just a matter of taste. Sometimes we even like them, but something feels off. They seem too bold, or too plain, or awkward on the body. The truth is, well-dressed women don't choose prints on impulse. They do it quietly, but with precision. In this video, we'll show you how that eye works through 7 choices that completely change how you wear prints. Because it's not about rules. It's about knowing where to look, what to consider, and how to make the print work for you. 1. They look at the background before the print itself. The first thing that usually grabs attention in a print is the design: florals, stripes, geometric shapes. But well-dressed women know the real impact comes from the background. It sets the contrast, the depth, the tone of the piece. Dark backgrounds, like black, navy, or army green, create a solid base. They slim the body, increase contrast, and make the print pop. Even in more colorful versions, they still feel more refined and elegant. Light backgrounds, like white, beige, or off-white, add volume and soften the contrast. The print looks lighter, more delicate, more casual. The same design on a light background feels more relaxed and approachable, especially in flowy fabrics or loose-fitting cuts. This choice completely changes how the piece is perceived. The same floral can look bold or delicate, modern or romantic, and it's the background that decides. It sets the tone before color or cut ever come into play. This technical eye may seem subtle, but it changes everything. The background is like a picture frame. It can enhance the art or distract from it. Those who understand this choose better and get it right more often. 2. They think about scale and body shape. A print doesn't just take up space on fabric, it takes up space on the body. And well-dressed women are precise about that. They look at the size of the print and how it relates to both the garment and the body's proportions. Large prints draw more attention and can make you appear bigger. When used on large areas, like maxi skirts, straight-cut dresses, or wide-leg pants, they add bulk. Very small prints, when densely repeated, create a busy pattern that can flatten the figure, especially if the fabric lacks structure. On tight-fitting clothes, they can also come off as childish, depending on the design. The key is to match the scale of the print to the area it covers. Medium prints work well on tops, blouses, and fitted dresses. On the lower half, it's better to go for more spaced-out designs with a neutral base to avoid visual overload. How the design is distributed also affects the overall look. A print centered vertically tends to elongate. On the sides, it can widen the silhouette. On the bust or hips, it increases perceived volume. Well-dressed women use these cues to guide the eye and create balance even when they choose to go bold. 3. They look for harmony with skin and hair tone. When a print works well on the body, it usually works well near the face too. Well-dressed women pay attention to how the print's colors behave near their skin tone, hair color, and even eye color. This is one of the subtlest factors, but one of the most impactful, because it doesn't matter how pretty the print is if it dulls your face. Warm tones like terracotta, mustard, caramel, rust generally flatter golden skin, brown or red hair. Cool tones like blue, lavender, moss green, or slate gray tend to suit rosy complexions, ashy or gray hair. If the print's colors are too harsh for your tone, the contrast will clash with your expression. If too pale, they might wash you out. A good print feels like it clicks, as if it were made for you. Hold the garment up to your face and observe. If your skin looks more radiant and your eyes stand out, the print flatters you. If everything looks flat and low contrast, it's a sign the harmony isn't there. Well-dressed women don't force a match. They recognize when a color works in their favor and leave it behind when it doesn't. 4. They know how to balance. Well-dressed women understand that the impact of a printed piece depends on what's around it. That's why they balance. If the print already brings in elements, color, contrast, movement, the rest of the look needs breathing room. A common mistake is pairing a print with other pieces that also demand attention. Shiny fabrics, overly elaborate cuts, heavy accessories. The result is chaotic. The key lies in balancing shape, texture, and color. A printed blouse works best with neutral, simply tailored pants. A printed dress calls for discreet shoes and delicate accessories. Even hair and makeup factor in. Everything should speak the same language. That doesn't mean the look has to be plain. It means each element has its role. The print is the focal point. Everything else supports it. Well-dressed women don't wear everything at once. They curate. They see the outfit as a whole, not just as separate pieces. They know where to place emphasis and where to let the eye rest. 5. They play with texture and layers. A print by itself already has personality, but when combined with texture, it gains more depth. And when layered smartly, it becomes more interesting. Texture starts with the fabric the print is on. A floral on silk feels light and luminous. On raw cotton, the same print looks more rustic. On linen, it feels more natural. The fabric sets the tone: delicate, elegant, casual, or relaxed. But texture can also come from the outside. And when a print is bold or high contrast, layering helps tone it down. A light coat, an overshirt, or an unprinted vest acts as a frame. It contains the visual information without hiding it. These layers don't compete with the print, they balance it. They define edges, give structure, and place the print where it belongs. Well-dressed women don't choose prints just for the design. They consider the fabric, the feel, the composition, and they know the right layering changes everything. But if thinking about prints, combinations, and proportions still feels too overwhelming, take it easy. To help you with that, I created the 12 and 30 guide. With it, you can put together 30 different outfits, one for each day of the month, using just 12 strategic pieces, including those printed ones you already have in your wardrobe. No need to buy anything new, no fuss, and no wasting time in front of the mirror. If it makes sense to you, the QR code is on the screen and the link is in the first comment. 6. They use prints in strategic details. Not every print needs to be the center of attention. Well-dressed women understand the power of subtle prints, the ones that don't immediately stand out, but show care and intention. The inside of a blazer might feature a discreet print that only shows with movement or rolled-up sleeves. A shirt with printed cuffs or collar adds personality to a classic look without breaking formality. Printed details work because they're unexpected. In small doses, prints make an outfit more original, less obvious, and show attention to detail, a clear sign of personal style. Well-dressed women use this strategy because they know style also lies in the subtle. They don't need the print to shout to be noticed. They prefer it to show up just right, exactly where no one saw it coming. 7. They prioritize personal style over fleeting trends. Well-dressed women know that style isn't the same as trends. Not every print in store windows or on social media needs to end up in your wardrobe. They know their taste, their lifestyle, and what truly works for their body and daily routine. That's why they choose prints that match their personality, not what's trending. Classic women might prefer subtle stripes or minimalist geometrics. Casual, laid-back women may go for light florals or fluid patterns. Creative types might gravitate toward bold graphics or abstract prints. What they all share is the awareness that a print should reflect who they are, not who they should be according to the latest fashion. This freedom of choice creates visual consistency. Well-dressed women look confident and comfortable because they don't dress for others or to follow fleeting rules. They dress to express their identity. They know fashion fades, but personal style lasts,
And a well-chosen print is part of that lasting visual signature. Now tell me in the comments, which of these points had you never considered when choosing prints? I hope this video helped you better understand how well-dressed women think when choosing prints, and more importantly, that it inspired you to make even smarter choices that reflect who you truly are.
Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next video.